WTVT, Tampa, St. Petersburg. Brecht of the Chicago.
Santa, we're very, very proud of you. And we want to thank you for what you're doing, really.
That's here
thank
in,
you very, very much.
Lakeland. Yeah.
In Lakeland, yes.
Thank you.
Hi, young lady.
Hi there. Hi. How are you again? You going to take down our old numbers? Well, it's about time. Okay, get with it.
Are you going to make that sound with your voice again?
What? Oh, the brrr.
The brrr.
I don't know. We still don't have our drummer back. I keep waiting for the drummer so we'll have an honest-to-goodness drum roll and not me just making funny noises. All right. Ta-da! Oh, I know. This makes noise. I should... Our electric lights make noises. 872. Oh, she's not going to let me see this. She's not going to let me see. You have an extra number. Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Oh, finally.
Fantastic.
Oh, I was so worried.
Thank you, baby. Thank you
Everybody's
very,
been
very
much. Sure about this, but I haven't. I was kind of worried. That's fantastic.
That's
Oh,
just the beginning.
Gee, that's great. 1,000. No, what? How do you read it?
101,000.
101,000. I flunked 8th grade arithmetic in college, folks.
101,278. Needless to say,
we need so much more.
As much as we've got, we need so much more.
Yes.
And as much as we get, we need that much more. You never have enough.
Yes.
Never. Again, in Florida, there are more than 3 million people who have arthritis. And I don't want to go over this again. I want you to listen to what we're saying. Just in Florida alone, what do you have, 8 million people? Almost half of the people in arthritis, in Florida rather, have arthritis. 1,600,000 have it severe enough to require medication. That's the people we know of. I'm sure there are many more who require medication, and we don't even know about it.
There are 100 different forms of arthritis. And rheumatoid arthritis is the leading crippler of young adults. Most victims are between the ages of 25 and 45. I mean, that's right in the prime of their lives. Go ahead.
I wonder how many of you people out there have been to some hospitals, if you don't have it in your family, and saw people with rheumatoid or other types of arthritis who are just immobile, can't move their hands, can't move their arms, can't move their legs, can't move their head, sitting in wheelchairs, have to be fed. Think about it. And what's worse, it is the largest crippler in the world, the largest, most widespread disease. There are more than 15,000 children in Florida alone who have arthritis. And nearly $5 million is wasted in Florida on quack cures and false remedies. That's because everybody's running. Everybody needs help. Everybody's looking to someone else. Help me, please. I'll do anything. They want someone to reach out, and we need that money. We don't need any of these quackeries. We need money.
The Florida chapter is trying to help by cutting down on this waste of money. The state has 11 arthritis clinics, but that's really too few to serve the millions who need the help. We need so much more.
Now here's a message from, this is a legend, isn't he?
Yes,
What
Bob.
a beautiful man. Bob Hope, and a very, very close friend of mine. I worked with him in Colombo, Peter Falk, and of course, Jane Wyman in Los Angeles.
The fastest man in the world, the most competent man in the world, and the most faithful man we have is Mr. Robert Hope.
Bob
Everybody.
Hello, Bob. Thank you. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming down here.
Happy to be here.
Well, we're glad to see you, Bob. You know what? We've got 45 minutes.
Isn't that something?
And you know,
huh?
and we've got to really get it to rolling around
Hey,
here.
you're doing fine, though, aren't you? You're moving pretty good.
It's moving well, and on top of that, we're so pleased,
Before
you know.
I forget it, I got a pocket here.
Oh, good. He always has a pocket full of goodies.
This is from my gal, Peggy Porter, that works at our place for her 14 grandchildren.
Marvelous.
And this is for my kids.
Oh, how wonderful.
Oh,
Thank
every
you, Bob.
year you do that. Well, they do
they
it.
take it
do
up a
They
collection.
They see these kids, and, you know, and they just want to get in and help.
They want to get in on
You
it.
exemplify the kind of thing we've been talking about. You're the kind of a guy who, when he leaves this world, will have left it making it a better place.
That's
Mr.
right,
Hope.
Robert.
What about you, too? You've been up all night, so
You're
tell
the
me.
kind of guy, right?
Well, I've been watching you from the shower on.
But
I'm glad you took a shower, though, Alan. I was worried about you. I didn't want to come till you took a shower.
Well, I did. I just took one, but it's all right. But, Bob, the thing is, you have time to help people. No matter what it is, if you're going to help somebody, you're going to do it.
You know, there's a lot of people to be helped, and when you're a vaudeville chap, and you have a dinner jacket and 3 jokes, you can get a lot of bids, you know? But you do this every year, and you're here all the time, and God, you've been doing it for so many years, and it's an amazing thing. It's sort of a tribute to Roz, isn't it?
It is,
Certainly is.
And it's marvelous.
We're so thrilled that we could do this, you know.
I think people are jumping to that thought alone, and when you see these young kids out here and that are suffering from arthritis, and God, and when you think about the people in this area that are suffering, and you know, they're lucky in this area, really. They got the sun anyway, haven't they?
That's true. That's
and
very
that
true.
helps a lot. But you see so many cases, and they need so much help. And this is a chance to really get in there and throw a little dough in.
You know, Bob, you've worked with young people all your life, you know, particularly all through the war years and your colleges and everything. And we're trying so desperately hard to get the young people involved in a habit of giving of themselves and what they can. And I think the telethon has helped a great deal.
I think it's very educational. They see these things, and they see what's... Because our young people have big hearts.
I know they do.
They just have to
They don't know how sometimes.
They just have to be channeled to the right place,
Right.
and they'll come through.
But it's an altruistic generation, I think. I think the whole generation is getting more and more to helping the other person. We're getting from new people. We're hearing from new people tonight. Last night we heard from new people.
Right.
You know who we got in the wings? Can we bring him in right now and let's have the 4 of us? And then we got the great Bob Hope, and we got the great Columbo. May we bring
Oh,
Tom?
marvelous.
Peter Falk.
It's Peter Falk.
Peter Falk is here. Come here, Peter.
Oh, great. Hi.
No, I'm gonna... Pete, come over here. Now, Jane, hiya, Pete. Thank you. Have a seat. You sit down. You're gonna sit in my chair, Pete.
100
You're
men
gonna
and
sit
a
right
girl.
here. You know what? You got 2 big stars on each
Oh,
side
my
of you.
goodness, I'm thrilled to
Now,
death.
you got here in Peter Falk, one of the great pitch men of all time, with Bob Hope on one side, Peter Falk on the other.
One of the great con men over
Yeah,
here.
I want to know now how you're going to get those phones ringing, because I got 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
And I need about $100,000 at least in the next 40 minutes. I've seen you do it.
$100,000.
Okay, will you start the phones
40
ringing?
minutes,
I
all
got to
right.
go count. I'm gonna count.
Please call up, talk to me, and send him some money. And if you got your own health, it's an old cliche, but there's nothing truer. If you got your health, that's all you need. You don't need anything else. And in celebration of it, in celebration of the fact that you're healthy and living without pain, just get on the phone and send in some money. Let's start doing it right now.
Yeah, and don't be
Thank you.
bashful about the amount. Just, you know, the small amounts are very, very important.
You're so right, Peter and Bob and Jane and Alan. Thank you. Well, here's Debbie Whalen back in to sing Daddy Dumplin'.
Daddy Dumplin', I love you and you're still my best buddy. So I wrote you this Daddy Dumplin' song. I used to tag along behind you, hanging on to the patches that Mom sewed on your faded overall. And every step I took behind you, I was learning
Thank you, Debbie. That's marvelous. We will have a fantastic group in the next hour, Griffith Smith and Company. And we're going to hear some very important research that's going on right now in Miami. Tony Baloney will be on, and Marilyn Michaels will be back to sing, so won't you stay tuned as we break to our local stations?
Okay, we're back again from St. Petersburg and WTOG. This is the local cutaway. I'm Bruce Hutchcraft. We have a lot of things going. Aha! Put that microphone up so you can hear me better. A lot of things going on during this cutaway. But first of all, I have a couple of announcements as usual. It just seems like we start off with announcements every day, or every cutaway, I guess we should say. First of all, don't forget the numbers that you see at the bottom of your screen that change every 7 seconds are the numbers that you should be calling to pledge. As you notice, they've already gone over $100,000 statewide, and that is a great, great figure. There's no doubt about that. Okay, a lot of people we want to thank, and we're going to do some thanking right now. Some of the restaurants in the area have helped out by actually donating food for everybody to eat while they're at the telethon. We're thankful for that. We'd like to mention a few from St. Petersburg, including Shakey's Pizza Parlor on 34th Street, Taco Bell, Mr. Donut on Nice Street, and let's see, Brown's Chicken, Wonder Bread Bakery, Burger King. Want to thank them. A&R Western Meats, Hickory Farm, stores at Tyron Square Mall, Cash and Carry. Don't forget those, folks. Also Super Sub, that's hard to say. Super Sub Shops. That's real hard to say. 4 locations in Pinellas County, and Hannah Tampa over in Tampa. From Tampa, Kentucky Fried Chicken Stores on Southdale Mabry, Burger King on East Hillsboro, Rex Wholesale Sandwich Company from Clearwater, donations from the Federal Bake Shop, let's see, Pontilla Pizzeria, the Hot Dog Shop, and the Hoagie Shop. Also from Lakeland, Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips, from Bartow, Ted and Andy's Meat Market, and we appreciate all of the help that each of you have given this telethon. Okay, I'm going to throw it now over to Jim. We're going to take a look at some of the pledges that are going on. I'm going to go to Jim, that's right. We have to take a couple of seconds here. Don't forget, the Winter Haven number is not working. So please, if you live in our Winter Haven area, don't forget to call Lakeland. Call Lakeland, not Winter Haven. Our number is not working. We're sorry about that. We'll throw it to Jim now.
Okay, Bruce. Gladys Herdner in Winter Haven called Lakeland for $25, and we thank you very much, Gladys. Wilbur J. and Eleanor Flora, Pinellas Park, $3. D. Trabeau of Zephyr Hills, $10. Richard H. and Dorothea Lilly, St. Petersburg, $2. Jan Realty, St. Petersburg, $25. Thank you very much. Doris Ernest, Tampa, $2. Fred LeBeaus and Florence LeBeaus of Tampa, $10. Howard and Louise DeFreitas, St. Petersburg, $10. Thank you very much, Howard. Wilbur S. and Hazel Barber of Zephyr Hills, $10. Harry and Jerry Stewart of Tampa, $10. Kenneth A. and Eleanor Savio of Port Richey, not Newport Richey, $5. Catherine Fawcett of Holiday, $10. The VFW Auxiliary, 8154 Zephyr Hills, $25. Louis Gallerno of Zephyr Hills, $25. Faye Seymour, Tampa, $5. Thank you very much, Faye. Jeanette Hunter of Tampa, $5. Mr. and Mrs. Dick Pope Sr. and Mr. and Mrs. Dick Pope Jr. of Cypress Gardens. Ready for this one, folks? I'd like to see a few more of these yellow cards like this one. Thank you, the Popes. $500. Thank you very much. Mr. and Mrs. Chester Kinsey, Lakeland, $25. Irene Bond, Lakeland, $25. Harvey I think it's Barnett, Tampa, $50. Thank you very much, Harvey. And finally, last but not least, Edward Rohow, I think it is. If it's not, I apologize, Mr. Rohow, $100. And now, we're going to hear from Barbara Bradford, who has a very interesting guest. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jim. It's my pleasure now to introduce Marie Van Hook. Marie is the president of the Central Suncoast Lupus Chapter. Marie's going to discuss lupus and a little bit about a club she belongs to. First of all, Marie, I'd like to start with what is lupus?
Well, lupus erythematosus is a chronic inflammatory skin disease that can affect, it can affect the skin, and it can affect most any major organ, such as the heart, the lungs, the kidneys, connective tissues, the joints, and most any other part of your body. When it does affect the joints, we get the pain of arthritis.
Right. How long have you had or been diagnosed as lupus?
Well, I was diagnosed 5 years ago, but I had the symptoms of lupus for at least 8 or 9 years.
Okay, could you describe a little bit about what some of those symptoms were?
Well, the symptoms are very vague they vary with individuals, and with me, it affected my pancreas, and I do get severe pancreatitis attacks, and I am hospitalized several times a year with lupus flare-ups or the pancreas attacks. And when it started, I noticed that I was becoming more and more sensitive to the sun, and prior to it, I was able to sunbathe, go to the beach, and live a normal life. But when the lupus started, I started having arthritis and weakness and a loss of appetite and
well, those are quite a few symptoms there, right. Okay, could you tell us a little bit about this club that you are president of?
Well, it's a chapter, and there are about 87 chapters throughout the country, so we aren't alone. And we meet in Dunedin every other month. We have speakers. We have rheumatologists. We have had orthopedic doctors and various other speakers. And we do have many people coming to the meeting. At our last meeting in January, we had 80 people present.
Very good, good. So in other words, the group really does focus on lupus and gives the folks some ideas about how to cope with it.
We have literature, and people that come to us, we teach them how to cope with it because they don't know where to turn. I felt that way when I was diagnosed, and so I do know how they feel. And it also affects the families, not just the patients alone. And we do try to help the families learn how to cope with the disease in the family.
Right, that's very important. I found that last year over 1/3 of the Arthritis Foundation research project was centered on lupus. How about, Mrs. Van Hook, if you could tell us how people might contact you or places they might contact to find out more about the group?
We have a state headquarters that I could give you the address, and it is located near Orlando. It's the Lupus Foundation of Florida, Incorporated, 2743 Mary Oaks Road, Winter Park, Florida, 32792. And their phone number is area code 305-671-2384.
Thank you very much. That's very good information. I'd like to also state that the lupus patients can look to the Lucas Foundation for all of their final answers. They're very much involved in lupus. And we've certainly enjoyed having you with us.
Well, thank you very much.
Appreciate your time very much. And now we'll go to Jim.
Thank you, Barbara, and thank you, Mrs. Van Hook. I have here with me Susie McCorvey, who's the manager of The Trimmers at Robinson's Beauty Salon in West Shore Plaza in Tampa. And Susie, I want you to tell me what you're just about to do.
Well, I'm going to give you a check for $75 that we raised cutting hair.
$75 cutting hair. That's not bad. A lot of hair?
Not too much.
I'm glad you brought us the check and not the hair. Thank you so very much, and we surely appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now over to Bruce.
Okay, Jim, thank you very much. We have 3 people here from the Fraternal Order of Eagles. And we have David Fink. Fike, excuse me. I'm sorry, David. Now, you have a check presentation. Aha, I've got a problem? No, my mic is on. Can you not hear me? Having a problem hearing me. Okay, I'll hold it up a little bit closer. David, what did you do to actually help contribute money to our foundation?
Well, we had a dance, and we have $35 from the proceeds that we want to donate to the Arthritis Foundation. We hope that it helps a lot of people.
Well, thank you, Dave. Appreciate that. We also have Virginia Powers. Virginia, now you're involved also. Now, you're an elected officer. I forget exactly which.
I'm a past Madam President of the Ladies Auxiliary.
Okay, now you
And
have a personal donation.
I have a personal donation from my mother, who is 85 years old, and she wants to donate $20 to the foundation. And I personally, my husband and I are donating 10.
Oh, thank you very much. Ann Alberton is the president, Madam President of the Eagles. What about your organization?
Well, we have various functions, and we want to donate $25 to the foundation, and we'd like to challenge all the other Eagle clubs throughout the state of Florida to match us.
Hey, you heard that, Eagles. Get going. Don't forget to call in. Please, we need all the help we can get. Thank you all. We appreciate it. We'll go to Jim now.
Thank you, Bruce. This august group of gentlemen are citizens of Riverview and members of the Riverview Moose Lodge 2158. I'll start here with Jim Williams, Bernie Terrell, Rennie Benitez, okay, Floyd Broderick, Chet Davis, and Jim Watts down there on the end. Let's see, who's going to do the talking here?
Jim Williams. I'm from Junior Pasco and Riverview Lodge, and on behalf of Riverview Lodge 2158, our treasurer here, Brother Bernie Terrell, has a check for $1,000.
$1,000. 1,000 big ones, folks. How about some other Moose Lodges around the state? See that check? Do you think you'd like to match that? We would like to see that. Thank you. Thank you.
Workers at the center I took up before I left, $15.
Oh, beautiful. 1,000? $15.
That's from the center.
From the workers at the center.
Tampa Center.
Oh, I see. Okay. The workers at the Tampa Center? Now, I don't understand the Tampa Center. Oh, okay. Okay. Are challenging all the other workers, and they've got $15 in the kitty right now. So you guys over there at the center had better get with it. Okay? Back to Bruce.
Okay, we appreciate all of the $1,000. We're rolling, folks. Don't forget the phone numbers. They're coming up every 7 seconds, so don't forget that. We have James Lott with us and his wife, and they are with the, let's see here, they're with the Moose Lodge of Zephyr Hills, number 2276. What'd you all do up there to raise money?
Brother Bruce, first thing I'd like to apologize to you. We had a roadblock in Zephyr Hills yesterday, but it rained most of the morning. That's when we had a small check tonight. But we had a beautiful roadblock up there yesterday morning. And the clowns done a beautiful job with us up there in Zephyr Hills collecting this money for us.
We appreciate it. We've got one of the clowns. We have Louis McElrath, and let's see, we also have Sam Miller of the Moose Club. Now, you're from Zephyr Hills, too?
Right.
And you all worked hard on this.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We'd like to thank the people of Zephyr Hills for being so generous to us.
Fantastic. And what was your check for?
$583.96.
Wow, $583.96. Did you hear that? All the Moose Clubs out there, you're going to have to go some to beat that. $500. Yes.
May I say another word?
Certainly.
Now, we got a telephone also going in Zephyr Hills at Ellis Bank out there in Zephyr Hills right now. We've got about 30 people that are working at telephone in Zephyr Hills right now. Please call.
Right. Don't forget to call Zephyr Hills. We need all the help we can get. Thank you, each of you. We'll go to Jim next.
Thank you, Bruce. Here we go back again. This afternoon, in Pasco, Hillsborough, and Pinellas counties, you had an opportunity between 3 and 4 o'clock to go into a Chicken Unlimited store and eat chicken for arthritis. And we have here with us right now Mr. Ray Burke, who represents Chicken Unlimited in these counties. Ray?
Yes, we have 12 units, and between 3 and 4 we close the registers. And I'd like to present this $404 that was collected during that hour.
$404 from Chicken Unlimited. Ray, we certainly appreciate and thank you for all the wonderful cooperation and help. And you've done it for a good cause. Thank you so much. Okay, now, we're ready to read. Oh, no, Bruce? Back to Bruce.
Back to old Bruce again. Right,
here we
back
go.
to Bruce. We've got some ladies here that are with, let's see here, Beta Sigma Phi. Maureen Myers. Now, you're the president this year, correct?
No,
Uh-oh. Helen is president this year. Okay, tell us about. You're going to be having a dance now. You don't have anything to contribute now, but you're going to be talking about this dance. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, Tampa City Council of Beta Sigma Phi is sponsoring a charity ball on March 24th, 1979, from 9 to 1, and all the proceeds will go to arthritis. We are going to have the band, the Renegade Brass, and it's a BYOB, and the tickets are $10 a couple, and it's at the Fort Hester Armory.
Hey, that sounds like a lot of fun. You want to invite everybody out. Now, Jenny, how are you going to be involved in this? Jenny Walker.
I'm going to be there selling balloons and taking tickets.
Great. Helen, I guess that you, or since you're the president, it's going to be a lot of work on your shoulders for this thing.
Well, most of it is already done. All we need now is lots of people to come out. And I would like to say that we have an awful lot of Beta Sigma Phi's working in Tampa and I'm sure in Lakeland today.
During this telethon.
Right.
We want to thank all of those folks. Now, don't forget, that's the big dance. Give us the date again, please.
March 24th from 9 to 1.
March 24th from 9 to 1, proceeds going to the Arthritis Foundation. Thank you so very much. We're going to go over to Jim and to Barbara and find out what's going on that part of the studio, okay?
Thanks, Bruce. That Renegade Brass, I've heard them. They're a great group. That is going to be some good dance. Barbara, we have a ton of pledges, folks. We don't have enough. A ton is just a good beginning. Let's have about 4 tons. If we have to read them till 3 a.m. to a dead camera, we'll be here and do it. But let's hear some more pledges.
Okay, thank you. Mrs. James E. Henry, Clearwater, $25. Mr. and Mrs. Harvey McLaughlin, St. Petersburg, $10. Gladys Nicholson, Bradenton, $10. Alvin G. and Francis Schmitter, Auburndale, $10. N. Rowe Thomas, St. Petersburg, $5. Stephen and Linda Asham, Tampa, $15. Robert Hughes, Land O'Lakes, $10. And Rosalie Gillespie, St. Petersburg, $10. How about you?
Okay, you're going to throw it to me. I've got about a minute's worth here. We've got Sam Davis, who's the Hillsborough County Forester, $25. Mike DeMermuth of St. Petersburg, $10. We have Lancer Crenell of Seminole, $2. We have Stella Aker of Seminole, $2. Harmon Campbell of Lakeland, $25. Janice Jackson of Lakeland, $75. Thank you. J.C.'s of Newport Richey, $53. Roy Smith of Holiday, $5. J.C. Clemens of Kissimmee, $25. Jack Dalton of Kissimmee, $10. Insurance World of Kissimmee, $15. Ralph Shore of Kissimmee, $10. Ruth Harrington of Tarpon Springs, $10. Wesley Pratt of St. Cloud, $5. Roy Holland of Gulfport, $5. Ed Lewis of St. Pete Beach, $10. Mary Whitman of St. Pete, $10. And let's see, Esther Doherty of, St. Petersburg, $50. And I guess we're going to go to the tote board.
We've got Debbie back there standing with a new stack of numbers. Let's see what you've got, Deb.
8, 3. Be nice if that was backwards there, wouldn't it? I'm getting Debbie all confused here.
Poor Debbie.
Okay, don't worry. Just take it easy, Debbie. By the way, Debbie's in the let's see, accounting department. I'll get it straight in a second. Of WTOG.
I can see that last number, and I like what it looks like.
Watch this, folks.
Great.
There we go.
51,000.
Hey, that is super.
$938.
Great.
Thank you, folks. We appreciate it. And don't forget, from 9:30 to 10 o'clock, we have the Fred Astaire dancers. Chris Bliss and his juggling act. We have Griffin Smith and Company, Don Detail and his dance dimensions, and Tony Baloney. That ought to be interesting. That's all coming up from Lakeland.
Hey, this is no baloney. Keep it up. Keep it up. We've got some more pledges. How about Roberta Mann, Zephyr Hills, gave us $5. Alton Lovely, Zephyr Hills, $5. And we are just about ready to go back to Lakeland with Beatrice Davidson of Zephyr Hills, $10. Thank you very much.
Back to Lakeland.
A complete record of his mental state, how he deserted his wife, how their marriage has always been a fraud, a political front.
I won't begin to speculate on how you got hold of all that.
And all the big words are there, manic depressive, paranoid pattern, and all that combined with playing around with women.
Don't you understand? If I start to fight like Cantwell, I lose all meaning.
If you don't start to fight, you are finished.
I solemnly promise to
See
you
Henry
in front of these
Fondler
witnesses, I'll
and Cliff
give you
Robertson
anything.
in The Best Man, Thursday at 9 on 44.
Thursday, a band of rebels gets a little help from Bardot and Moreau.
So what do you do now? I've sworn to carry on the revolution. The revolution? You're a fool, perhaps. Who'll help you? Who'll follow you? They will.
Bridget Bardot and Jean Moreau star in Viva Maria, Thursday at 11:30 on 44.
Live from Florida, the Arthritis Telethon.
Rod Griffith and Adrienne Smith and Company are a 6-member variety show group with comedy, dance, music. They're now appearing at the Sheraton Sand Key and Innisbrook on Florida's west coast. They are a fabulous group. Please, a warm welcome for the Griffith Smith and Company.
Thank you very much. Also, Lee, we would like to donate $100 from our group to the Arthritis Telethon.
Yeah.
And,
Thank you. That's what it's doing. That's what it's doing.
Now, this song we're going to do, first of all, is called New York, New York, arranged by Mr. Steve Williams, who is our keyboard player. All right. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray and step around the heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in the city that doesn't sleep, to find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. My little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it
and sleep to find I'm king of the hill, head of the list, the ring of the cross at the top of the heap. My Thank you very much.
Gifford Smith, fantastic, fantastic. My God. That was one of the most fantastic pieces I've heard in a long time. All of you, God bless you. That was, you moved me. I want to dance even with arthritis. That's how good I feel. Thank you. You're going to come back. We're going to come back here. How about we go to the table? Norman, wasn't that something?
What an act of folly.
Oh, my God. I don't even feel like talking after something like that.
Now you sit and you think these people sitting home watching this beautiful show, and all it cost them is a phone call and a couple of bucks, right?
I was just going to say that. Do you realize if you went to a nightclub to see something similar to that and all the talent we had today, I know some people would pay $80, $90, $100 and go home drunk many times. They came here for nothing, and all you people are watching it for nothing. Send $2 or $3, $4, 50 cents, if that's all you have, but send it, please, please. Norman, what do we have?
From the last segment, we had $533.75 from Gulf Beach. Now I have Zephyr Hills, $1,061.05 to add to this.
Thank you, Norman. Thank you very, very much. We're coming back. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Jim, how are we doing?
We've been talking about educational material all night, the arthritis basic facts and Florida's fighting arthritis, but let's talk about money just a minute because that's what makes it all possible. And we're wanting all the Florida Association of Life Underwriters to open up their hearts, to give us a call. If the line's busy on the toll-free number, they can reach us at area 813-687-4976. And they're starting to call in. We've got some donations, although we even only got started last week. From Gadsden County, we have $177.68. From Mariana County, $20. From Lake City, they have a $25 donation. From DeLand, Walter Quick got his boys kicking yesterday with $200. From Gainesville, $30. Ocala, $100. Central Florida with Ed Freysinet and the boys with just the canisters alone raised $425 yesterday. Tampa, $15. Manatee County, $200. Sarasota, $135. All your life underwriter and health agents are out there working. Southwest Florida Association, $109.78. Miami Association, Al Alfano's, $500. Imperial Association, $200. Lake Sumter, $100. And to top them off, Tallahassee with $560.
Beautiful, Jim. Just before we go to Paul, I want to say Jim all night has been showing this. To learn about it, I've learned one thing in one paragraph, if I could tell you. It doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care if you're a child or if you're 90 years of age. And unfortunately, it gets you all in the end. One, somewhere, somehow, someplace, you all suffer for it. Please, before I go to my other friend, please, I beg you, some of my brother officers out there, some of you people in Miami, I spent a lot of time this past week with you. I've heard from some of you. I want to hear from more. Please, I need you so badly. We all need you. Please help us. Paul.
David, I have a few more here, and we have 471 Miami Auxiliary, $15. VFW 8118 in Venice, Florida. VFW Auxiliary in Longwood, 8207, $100. And then we have a local post in Auxiliary here, David, that is not really a big post or a big auxiliary, but the auxiliary come up with $250 and the men come up with $106.60, and I think that's great. There's one thing I'm having a problem with, David, and I'd like to ask the people up in Tallahassee to start donating some money, because I have not one thing out of Tallahassee and I don't have anything out of the Jacksonville area.
Well, maybe for some reason or other they don't get arthritis in Tallahassee. I don't know.
Well, I don't think so. I think they're sleeping up there, and I think that we need their money badly. The people in the state of Florida need their help, and like you say, it just doesn't take the young or the middle-aged or the old. It takes all of us. So come on, let's get out up there in Tallahassee and Jacksonville, and let's VFW people, and let's get some of this money in.
Thank you, Paul. Dan, how are we doing with Fred Astaire?
Real well. Just heard from the Clearwater studio again. Miss Ann Thaw had a private party going up there, at which she has collected $639 and hopes to make it $1,000. So from the Clearwater studio, we're up to $2,219 now. Heard from Mr. Glandon down in Fort Lauderdale. We're up to $350 there. My business partner, Newport Richie, is pledging $600. And Bob Medeiros and Bill Wilson down in Miami have done a fantastic job. Just was in touch with Channel 6 down there, and the total contribution from the Miami area, both locations, is $6,000. Orlando's still at 2, Sarasota 2, St. Pete 2, and of course Mr. Miller has chipped in his 500, and the Tampa Bay area another 215. So we're up around 10,000 now. We would like to see if we can't make it 11 by the time the evening's over. But right now we're sitting at 10,000.
Thank you, Dan. And before we go back, I want to say to you people, I think you're fantastic. And before we bring them back on the screen, I want to tell all of you people out there, just sit back and say to yourself now, I'm going to hear the Griffith, Smith & Company band playing again, maybe this time, but before they play, think about what it would cost you right now to watch these people somewhere, whether it be in this state or somewhere else, sitting in some nightclub. You're getting it for nothing. Send something. Do something, please. I'm begging you. If you want, I'll get down on my knees again. But please, we need you so badly. People, do your thing. It's Griffith Smith & Company.
Maybe this time I'll be lucky. Maybe this time he'll stay. Maybe this time, for the first time, love won't hurry away. He will hold me fast Everybody loves a winner, so nobody loves me. Lady peaceful, lady happy, that's what I want to be. Well, on the altar, right here in my favor now, something bound to begin. It's got to happen sometime. Maybe this time I'll win.
Thank you. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
my heavens. Oh, how wonderful. That is exciting. Oh, just magnificent.
Thank you.
You sing with everything, don't you? Oh, man. You know, important research is going on now here, right here in Miami. And here to tell us the progress that is being made is Dr. Norman Gottlieb. Doctor?
Rheumatoid arthritis is the most frequent inflammatory joint disease in the United States. Approximately 6 million Americans suffer with this disease at the present time. The cause of this illness is not known, and we have no cure for this sometimes crippling arthritis. However, research interests have been looking for the cause of this illness and for more effective treatment. This illness affects approximately 6 million Americans, mostly in the younger age group, 20 to 40, affects women more frequently than men, and tends to run a chronic course over many years. I'd like to show you a few slides about rheumatoid arthritis and also discuss some of the therapy, including our own scientific interests in this illness. The first slide illustrates some of the joint swelling of the hands and deformities of the fingers seen in a patient with rheumatoid arthritis of many years' duration. The next slide is a schematic view of what a joint looks like. We have two bones in opposition. Each of the bones is covered with cartilage. The bones are held together by a very strong capsule, and the capsule is lined with synovium. In rheumatoid arthritis, the disease is this synovial lining that covers the capsule and this part of the bone. This differs than osteoarthritis or gout, in which the disease affects primarily either the cartilage, the bone, or other structures. There are many forms of treatment for rheumatoid arthritis. Patients need local rest and systemic rest. They need to be educated about what their disease is and about what can be done to treat it. Aspirin or other agents are given to relieve pain and decrease swelling. When these measures fail to control the disease adequately, patients then may be given stronger medication. Included among these stronger medications are gold, penicillamine, and certain cytotoxic agents. Our own research efforts have been directed toward gold therapy, which have been used for more than 50 years in the treatment of rheumatoid arthritis. This slide illustrates the response of a gentleman who suffered with rheumatoid arthritis for 3 years. There were many swollen and painful joints at the time we started gold treatment. Within about 3 or 4 months, there were no more swollen or painful joints left, and it stayed this way for more than 1 year's time. Of course, not all patients with rheumatoid arthritis respond this well to gold treatment. Others may respond not at all or only partially. As a result of that, we've been looking for mechanisms of action of gold in order to understand how the medication affects the disease. In this particular study, we studied the complement system. This is a complex group of proteins that are present in the blood which affect joint inflammation. What we found is when you gave gold, it inhibited one of the complement components, which was an important mediator of joint inflammation in rheumatoid arthritis. At the present time, we're studying a new compound called Oranofen. This drug differs from all previous gold compounds in that it is given orally. Heretofore, gold was given by injection on a weekly basis. When using this drug, Oranofen, patients take the medication twice daily. We've been studying this medication for a little bit longer than 1 year at the present time. Our results are gratifying in some patients. Their joints improve, and the complications from treatment thus far appears to be less than when you give the medication by injection. We are also involved in studying the metabolism of this agent as it appears in the blood and in the excreta. Your financial support to continue these and other important studies in the treatment of rheumatoid arthritis is desperately needed.
Okay, we're back. Donald, you've been in show business a lot longer than I have. Aren't they something? Aren't they? We gotta do another number with you. But before we do, Adrian, did you want to say something?
Yes, that money that we're going to donate here earlier, I was talking to Lee, we'd like to donate that in the name of Mr. Doug Storr, who happens to live in Clearwater, and he discovered Bing Crosby, and he has arthritis, and we'd like to donate that $100 for him in his name from us.
Adrian, all of you, sit back and really, really enjoy it. Again, like I said, for nothing. I think they are the tops. The Griffith Smith and Company. Last Dance, do your thing, baby.
Scold me, 'cause when I'm bad, I'm so
Thank you very, very much. You blew my mind. Now, let's go to New York and Marilyn Michaels singing Don't Rain on My Parade.
I tell you, it is just so wonderful. Everybody is so wonderful here tonight. You are so fabulous. And Dinah Shore is so wonderful. And I hope everybody sends in all their money to the arthritis because we're fabulous. Mwah! I bet you don't even know who I did. Don't tell me not to live, just sit and putter. Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter. Don't bring along a cloud to rain on my parade. But whether on the roads of sheer perfection, a freckle on the nose of life's complexion, the Cinderella shiny apple of its eye. I've gotta fly once, I've gotta try once, only can die once, right, sir? Oh, love is juicy, juicy, and you see, I gotta have my bite, sir. Get ready for me, love, 'cause I'm a comer. I simply gotta march my heart to drummer. Don't bring along a cloud to rain on my parade. I'm gonna live and live now. Get what I want. I know how. One roll for the whole shebang. One throw, that bell will go clang. Eyes on a target and wham. One shot, one gunshot, and bam. Nobody but nobody is gonna rain on my parade. Passing by, I'm gonna go and find Saturday's highlight. While the parade passes by, gonna get some life back into my life. Ready to move and I'm just passing by. With the rest of them and the best of them, gonna hold my head up high. Gonna raise the roof. I'm gonna carry on. Give me an old tin can. Give me an old baton for the parade.
Miss Marilyn Michaels. Now, from Sarasota, a great impersonator, just flew in from New Orleans to be on a telethon. Would you believe Tony Baloney? Tony?
Thank you, David. Thank you, folks. You know, folks, I think that was the end of the tape. We're gonna take it from the top, Maestro. You know, folks, this isn't the first time I've ever met Donald O'Connor. As a matter of fact, in 1950, me and Donald did a movie together called The Milkman. Now, me and Donald were gonna remake that movie this year, but we couldn't do it because all the cows in the United States are no longer given milk. Utter failure. Oh, I got 1,000,000 of them. And now I think we ought to have the tape ready, folks. So let's start it. Should I tell them another joke? Fix the tape and I'll tell them about me and John Barrymore. One day at a party, me and John Barrymore were together, and John looked at me and he said, "Jimmy, with a schnoz like that, you ought to be playing Hamlet." I said, "No, thanks, John. I don't like them small towns. Give me New York City." Is the tape ready now? Maybe we should call this show An Evening with Tony Baloney. While they're fixing the tape, I'd like you folks to know out there, any nightclub owner or lounge owner, that I'm willing to do a week with you for nothing. Because we're going to donate my week's salary to this arthritis Foundation. This is a good cause. So anybody out there, thank you. Any club owners or lounge owners that want me to appear for a week, for nothing, everything goes to the telethon. Is the tape ready, Lee? I'm running out of jokes for TV. Okay, I hear it in the background, folks.
You're beautiful. We're going to
Thank
get the
you.
tape ready, Tony.
You want me to come back and do it?
No, stay right
Okay.
here. We're going to do something. There it is. See the magic of...
By Jove, I think we got it.
Go ahead, brother.
This song here, folks, is my baby. One of those wonderful, wonderful songs. One of those wonderful songs. Yeah. You know, folks, that song, which wasn't too much of it, but that was my baby. But this song coming up, this song here, folks, belongs to the world. Ka-tink-ka-tink, a-tink-ka-tink, a-tink-ka-tink. Oh, what a tune for crooning. Ka-tink-ka-tink, a-tink-ka-tink, a-tink-ka-tink. It's got that whole world just spooning. Now we had a few laughs, and now it's time for Toodaloo. Au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, and Inga-Dinga-Doo. Inga-Dinga-Dee. Ha-Dinga-Dee. Ha-Dinga-Doo. Inga-Dinga-Dinga-Dinga. Inga-Dinga-Dinga-Dinga-Doo. Good night, folks, and good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. Thank you.
Oh, he's fun. Isn't that, when things like that happen, you know, you just, oh, the pain of a tape not going. But that's the excitement of live television, and what a show we've been giving you. The talent that you've seen here, just think of how much it would cost for you to see these particular performers.
Listen, I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. Hello. I don't want to interrupt you, but something wonderful was happening as you were talking.
Yes, yes, what?
If you look behind you, you will see something here.
Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, what does it say? $101,278.
Yes, and we've got better news than that, because those are the old numbers.
Are those the old numbers?
The old numbers.
They've gone up since I was here last? What is it? What are they? Who is it? Hurry up now. That's it. Come on, I can't stand this. Are you ready? There's a 6. There's an 8. There's a 9. There's an O. $120,986. Hey, beautiful. Hey, that's great. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much.
Oh,
that's wonderful.
Isn't that super?
That's exciting. Now, now it's really getting exciting.
Right.
Now, but just keep coming in now.
Yes,
just
please.
bring it. Just I can't even talk. I'm so excited. But anyway, this is marvelous, and Let's see, that's 120, 986. Did someone tell me now, or did you tell me? I'm getting a little punchy now. But I think it was $150,000.
Close to $150,000
last year?
memory, yes.
Yeah?
That they told us earlier.
Well, come on, let's
So
try.
We've
Come on,
got to do better than last year. They won't have us back again.
Oh, yeah. And we like you too much not to return.
This has really been so exciting. Please, please go to your phones now while we have a few minutes and call with your donations. We need your help. You need your help. Really, you don't know whether tomorrow you might wake up with one of the warning signals for arthritis. Please, please call so that you feel as though you've done something really worthwhile today. All right? Please.
Okay, that sounded wonderful. And everybody understands that. I tell you now, how are we doing over here with our set? Huh?
Fine. Oh, terrific.
Are they coming back again?
Super.
Oh, this is marvelous. Did you hear this?
Yes, I
did
certainly
you hear
did.
her?
Yes. And I'm rather upset because I'm going to have to follow her later on.
Well,
I don't
sweetheart,
look forward to it.
good luck.
She's terrific. Here is Griffith
You can follow
Smith.
anybody. What are you
thank
talking
you,
about?
thank you. This is Griffith Smith and Company. Adrienne's going to sing again for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
One, two, three, what good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, chum. Come to the cabaret. Put down the knitting, the book and the broom. It's time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come hear the band. Come blow your horns. Start celebrating around this way. Your table's waiting. No use committing some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away. Life is a cabaret, oh chum. Come to the cabaret. Well, I used to have this girlfriend known as Elsie, with whom I shared 4 sorted rooms in Chelsea. Well, she wasn't what you'd call a blushing flower. As a matter of fact, she rented by the hour. The day she died, the neighbors came to sniff her. Well, that's what comes from too much pills and liquor. But when I saw her laid out like a queen, she was the happiest corpse I'd ever seen. I think of Elsie to this very day. I remember when she'd look at me and say, what good is sitting all alone in your room? Come, hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, oh chum. Well, come to the cabaret and ask for me, and ask for me. I made my mind up back in Chelsea. Where I go, I'm going like Elsie. We'll start by admitting from cradle to mine, it isn't that long a stay. Life is a cabaret, old chum. It's only a cabaret, old chum. And I live a cabaret.
They blew my mind. I just think they're fantastic. And like I said, all for nothing. My gosh. All right, let's bring some people up. Let's talk to a few people. Hiya, how are you? What's your name?
Melvin Bennett.
Melvin, where you from?
Lakeland, Florida.
Lakeland, Florida. Young lady?
I'm from Lakeland, Florida.
What's your name?
Thelma Howell.
Thelma.
My name is Harold Howell.
Harold?
And I'm from Lakeland, Florida.
Real pleasure. Do you have something for us?
Yes, I do. I want to pledge $25 for the Lays Auxiliary to the veterans of war and more.
Thank you, dear.
$22.97.
Thank you very much. You have something for us?
I have $100 for Post 2297. Little chicken cookout we had today. We didn't sell many chicken, but we brought you a little money.
Thank you very, very much. We need it all. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Young lady, what's your name?
Molly Young from Lakeland.
From Lakeland?
Yes, sir.
Do you have something, Molly?
I have a personal check in memory of my dad, who was a World War I vet from the post that died this month. And
Thank
this
you,
is
Molly.
the change that was in the little canister on the door as people came in.
Thank you, dear. Thank you very, very much. Thank
Fellow
you, sweetheart.
Jerseyite.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Where is he? I didn't forget. What's your name?
Bob Harris.
Bob, real pleasure meeting you.
Same to you.
Did a great job, Bob. All of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hi, young lady. What's your name?
Betty Hawk,
Betty, where are you from?
Winter Haven.
You lived there all your life?
No,
Where are you from
nobody
originally?
in Winter Haven lives there all their lives.
What do you have, Betty?
I have a check. I represent the auxiliary of the Winter Haven Fraternal Order of Eagles, number 2487. And this is the first time that we've been asked to join the telethon. Maybe next year we'll do better.
Can I ask you, what's a Fraternal Order of Eagles?
You've never heard of us?
Not really.
The Moose, the Elks.
Oh, yes.
And we
yes.
are the Fraternal Order of Eagles. We're 80 years old, and we're in every state in the Union and overseas, and we're a nonprofit organization, and we support 4 other funds beside.
Thank you, dear. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank
God bless you. Your name?
George Musgrove.
George, where you from?
Now, Winter Haven.
What organization you represent?
Fraternal Order of Eagles.
Do you have something for us?
Yes, sir, I have. From our Fraternal Order of Eagles, 3487, the men. We have a check here to present.
Thank you, George. Very, very...
We hope next year we'll do better.
I'm sure we will. Maybe next year we won't have to be here. How's that?
That sounds like a winner.
Thank you, George.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jim Kersey.
Hi, James. How are you?
Fine. Lakeland Moose Lodge, 945.
You have something for us, James?
I certainly do. I have a pledge of $250 from the Lakeland Moose Lodge.
That's fantastic, James.
And Dusty Rhodes on the way in give me $5, said he was going to take his wife out to dinner, but this was for a better cause.
Oh, thank you very much.
So-
Tell Dusty we thank him so very
I
much.
sure do that. I think I got something else in here.
Keep looking in the pockets. We'll find more, James.
Here's my personal check for $50 for the Arthritis Foundation.
James, tell your wife, Marilyn. Is that Marilyn?
Marilyn,
We
right.
really thank her very,
Thank
very much,
you.
you and your wife.
Just
God-
a word, since Lakeland is the host lodge for the Moose here, I would like to thank all the workers and co-workers for doing such a fine job. They've been real swell. They've worked diligently and hard all day today, plus getting ready. Thank you all, and one thing to our blood bank chairman, Paul Lasik, hello, and you're doing a fine job.
Thank you, James.
Thank you.
God bless you. Dick? Dick Longhorn?
Lakeland Moose Lodge.
Dick, you have something for us?
Well, I've been working your pledge center up here at the People's Bank.
Yes.
And on their behalf, I would like to give them a special thanks to all the workers. We have raised over $4,000 so far
My God.
on our telethon, or answering the phones, and a special thanks to all the officers of the People's Bank here in Lakeland.
To all of the people out there, you tell them. Go ahead.
God bless each and every one of you, and keep bringing those dollars forward because we need them badly.
We love you. Thank you. Thank you, Dick. Hi, young lady. What's your name?
Norma Renault,
Norma, where are you from?
Bartow, Florida.
Bartow, Florida.
Right.
Do you have something, dear?
Yes, I do. I have a check in the amount of $1,000.
Wow. Let's
I
read
should
it
not.
slow. Let's read it slow.
$1,825. This was gotten through an auction that we held at the Bartow Civic Center on November 16th.
These are the auctioneers, and my husband is Mr. Renault.
I'd love to meet him.
Mr. Renault.
What's your name?
Horace Renault.
Horace, real pleasure. What's your name?
Larry McGee.
Larry, real pleasure.
Jeffrey Burchard.
Jeffrey, all I can say to all of you is God bless you. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And you can see by the reaction of the crowd here, we thank you, we thank you, we thank you.
We thank all those that helped us. We thank them.
Thank you. Tell all of them we love them.
We do, very much. We really are grateful.
That's a lot of money, $1,800 and some dollars. Thank you. Thank you, dear. Yes. Let's go to WTOG Studios for a moment.
Now, here we are at the WTOG studios in the Tampa Bay area. Thanks for coming back to us. You know, every moment in the telethon, something special happens. Here's one. 5 kids that I know, Ricky, Christy, Jody, Lackey, and Tom and Diana, beat the streets in our neighborhood this afternoon, and they sent in a pledge. 5 children collected money from their neighborhood for Mr. Jim Patterson. I have a special thanks to you kids, $53. Bruce, you've got a guest.
Right, we sure have. We want everybody to know about what's going on at Baskin-Robbins. And we've been talking about that for some time. We want to thank them because they brought over lots of goodies. Todd Weisgerber is the manager at the Baskin-Robbins, and this is over at the Largo store. Now, what did you do to actually gain some money for our telethon?
Well, during the 2 hours that we allotted for the Arthritis Foundation, we raised $48.65. And next year, I'm sure we'll be able to double it, triple it, hopefully, with more time and more people coming in.
Right, you're going to have some sort of a celebrity dip, I think that's what you called it?
Yes, we hope to get some people in the area that are popular and have all their friends and all the people in the area come in and help support us and the foundation.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. I'll take the check. Thank you. We appreciate it, Todd. Thank you so much. We want to remind you also that it's very important that you remember, people in Winter Haven, that you have to call Lakeland. Please remember that. And also remember that we are going to be doing the crawl. I want you to be able to look at the numbers on the screen about every 7 seconds, and don't forget to call in. I've got a couple of pledges here. One that's sort of near and dear to myself. My mother and father, William A. Hutchcraft, Brandon, $50. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Appreciate that. Mr. and Mrs. G.W. Smith from Auburndale, $25. Buddy and Joni Canova of Auburndale, $25. We want to thank them. Mrs. Florence White of Largo, $5. Mr. and Mrs. Robert Zimty of Clearwater, $10. Paul Lindsay of Clearwater, $10. Holiday Inn employees, now these are from Newport Richey, $50. We want to thank you. Grace Meyer from Zephyr Hills, $5. Ann Daniels of Zephyr Hills, $10. Keep on going here. John Bryant of Zephyr Hills, $2. Thomas Griffin of Zephyr Hills, $10. Forrest Reynolds of Zephyr Hills, $10. Fisk and Jernigan of St. Cloud, $10. Corley's Northside Service of Kissimmee, $10. Ashton Pharmacy of Kissimmee, $50. Thank you. Juliet's Gift Shop, Kissimmee, $10. Edmund not Edmund, but it's Edwin Chapman of Clearwater, $10. Whoops. T.T. Maddox of Winter Haven, $25. Schroeder Printing of Haines City, $25. C. Bender of Pinellas Park, $10. James Stewart of St. Petersburg, $14. F.A. McKenzie of Lakeland, $10. James Mars of Lakeland, $15. Mrs. B.L. Farnsworth of Lakeland, $15. And let's see, Plant City Steel in Plant City, a big $20. Lawrence Collier of Clearwater, $10. I'm going to go back to Jim now for another presentation.
Thank you, Bruce. Earlier today, we talked about a bowling event going on up in Zephyr Hills. I have with me right now Chuck Cundy of the Stardust Bowling Lanes. Chuck, let's hear how your bowling afternoon went.
Well, we did pretty good. We got $83 to give to the foundation.
$83. Now, that represents approximately how many frames?
Well, that's one game from each person from 3 to 4.
One game. So there were 83 frames of bowling rolled up there at Stardust Bowling Lanes in Zephyr Hills, and we thank you all very much for bowling for arthritis. And now over to Barbara.
Thank you, Jim. I have some pledges I'd like to read now. Frank and Mildred Gita, Tampa, $5. Mrs. B. Gant, Bradenton, $10. John Johnson, Clearwater, $25. Roland Van Lave, Bradenton, $10. Mrs. Joseph Scully, hope I pronounced that correctly, Sarasota, $25. Mr. and Mrs. Roman Alvarez, Tampa, $1. Mary Rumpf, Tampa, $5. Howard and Edna Herman, Zephyr Hills, $5. Hey, Bruce, you got some?
I've got some more, right. We're going to do a couple more. Arthur Heslop of Tarpon Springs, $50. Let's see, Dorothea Finta of Largo, $20. Mindy Hunt of Clearwater, $2. Ann LaMagna, excuse me, there's no R in there. Clearwater, $10. Sharon Dunn of Largo, $5. Mr. and Mrs. Bill Arden of St. Petersburg, $5. Let's see here, I've got a blank. Mr. and Mrs. George Davis of Pinellas Park, $10. Bruce Farrington and Gay Jeffries of St. Petersburg, $10. Bertha Phillips of Largo, $10. Mr. Lane of St. Pete, $25. Let's see, Tommy Weddingburg, excuse me, of St. Petersburg, $5. Are we going to do our tote?
We should have. Nope, we're
No, we're not
going
going
to
to do the tote, but let's give a total. This was as of last hour, 51,000, right, $51,938. Coming up, David Toma, Landers Bowman, and boy, I have a hard one on that. Tisa? Is it Tisa?
Tika Sanchez.
Tika Sanchez. Good. Okay, that's coming up from Lakeland. Hey, we're going great.
We're smoking now, folks. Keep those things coming in here. These yellow cards are money for the Arthritis Foundation and for the help of arthritics everywhere in Florida. 1 out of 3 families has arthritis. It is a painful disease. Take it from someone that knows. Okay, we're all ready to go back to Lakeland?
Okay, let's go back to Lakeland.
I used to dream of you wearing a moo-moo.
Well, if my grandmother ever saw me in this, she'd sew me up in a moo-moo for life.
Don't you like it?
Oh, I love it. And I thank you for thinking of me.
Oh, I wasn't thinking of you. I was thinking of me.
Don't miss Elvis Presley in Blue Hawaii, Friday at 9 on 44. Friday, the demon's evil power must live on.
What is it, your eyes? You deprived me of Giroux's body, his mind, his will. Now I will have yours.
Vincent Price stars in a chilling tale of possession, Diary of a Madman, Friday at 11:30 on Channel 44.
WTOG, as far as the eye can see.
Live from Florida, the Arthritis Telethon.
All right, we're back. Here we are once again with the Jimmy Taylor Orchestra.
fantastic. Thank you, fellas. Well, I have my VIP fellows over here to talk to, and I just finished talking to some dear friends at Cypress Gardens, Mom and Daddy Pope, who are the owners, and they're going to make another contribution. I can't believe them. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, Norm Simonson, how are we doing over here with the Royal Order of the Moose?
We're holding out. We want an hour to go.
An hour to go?
An hour to go. We'll make it, though, I think. We've had quite a few come in since the last time you and I talked. This total of $71.05. We can add to it from Frank and Helen Ingalls from the Supreme Lodge, $25. Clearwater Moose, $903.50. Lakeland Moose, $50. Lakeland Moose, $250. Tampa Interbay Lodge from the Lodge, $68.50. And from the women, the chapter, $25. North Hillsborough Legion Activities Committee, $100. So we'll add that, and next time we come out, we'll be well over $8,000 and still going.
That's fantastic, Norm. Thank you. And Earl Treadway, yes, president of the Florida chapter here. Will you tell us how you're doing?
Yes, ma'am. We, have only 3 more hours of this telethon. We hope that we can double the money in the next 3 hours that we've received all day. We need it. Arthritis sufferers need it. We need it for research, for education, for treatment. And here's some people that are helping us meet this goal. J.C. Strickland from Lakeland, Florida, made a $100 pledge. Marion Wenzel from Immokalee, Florida, a $100 pledge. Mrs. Murphy's Donuts in Arcadia, Florida, $100. Mrs. L.O. Grazely, Jr. from Ocala, Florida, a pledge of $100. Curly the Clown of Spring Hill, Florida, pledges $5, and Curly says he challenges all clowns. John Gilbert of Miramar, Florida, makes a $100 pledge in memory of James and Ruth Gilbert. And Mrs. S.W. Segrist of Port Charlotte pledges $100. Now, folks, we have only 3 hours left, and you people up in my hometown, Tallahassee, get on the telephone now and call. WECA 27 Up and Coming is carrying this for us up there, and the Tallahassee, Perry, Quincy, Florida people, call in now. You Georgia folks from Thomasville, Cairo, Bainbridge, Moultrie, Valdosta, South Georgia people, so far it's reported to me that we've raised about $1,020 from South Georgia. We need a lot more than that. So get on the phone now. Look at the numbers that are passing across your screen. Call that number and make your pledge. We certainly would appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Earl. Now we have Dr. Will Blackman. Will?
Well, I'd love to just have the Sanford Kiwanians right here with me now because they just pledged $100 as well. We also have $25 from the Kiwanis Club of Maitland, $25 from the Kiwanis Club of Boca Raton, and pledges as well from the Kiwanis Clubs of Fort Pierce and from the Kiwanis Club of North Dade. And I'd like to say to my fellow Kiwanians out there and their clubs and those members who have sent in money, thanks again for showing your service commitment. And in so doing, obviously, you have not only helped a lot of other people, you've also helped yourselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Blackman. And now, Richard Clement, won't you fill us in on how you've been doing?
Okay, this will be our final report, Lee, and I think we've done real well. Last year we had 1 rink, as I stated earlier. This year we had a total of 7 rinks participating. The last rink to call in was Southland Roller Palace of Clearwater, Florida, with skate-a-thon of $1,324.24. That brings our grand total for the skaters from all over the state of Florida to $14,782.85. And we're real proud of them. We'd like to give a special thank you to all the skaters that participated because we just provided the facility. You're all the ones that went out and got the money, you and your parents backing you. And we thank you, and we know that arthritis thanks you.
Let's give a round of applause, shall we? That's all of our VIPs here, our various groups. Thank you so much. Thank you. An up-and-coming star of tomorrow from the Tampa Bay area, singing The Way We Were. Please welcome Tika Sanchez.
Memories light the corners of my mind. Misty water, colored memories of the way we were. Scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind, smiles we gave to one another for the way we were. Oh, can it be that it was all so simple then? Or has time rewritten every line? And if we had the chance to do it all again, tell me, would we? Could we? Those memories, they may be beautiful and jaded. What's too painful to remember, we simply choose to forget. So it's a laughter that we will remember. Whenever we remember the way we were, the way we were, the way we were. Zoo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Zoo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Thank you very much.
Pretty, pretty. Listen, I don't think she should get off that easy, do you? We should have another song. Don't you think so there, Ed? No, not right now? She's going to come back? Oh, wonderful. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, seated next to me is Richard Goldston, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, 1967 graduate of Texas A&M School of Veterinary Medicine, now in private practice in St. Petersburg. And here, as I told you, is, let's see now, also, you're here as a representative of the Pinellas, am I correct?
Pinellas County.
Pinellas County Veterinary Medical Society. Would you please welcome Dr. Goldston? Welcome, Dr. Goldston.
Thank you very much.
Tell me now, I don't know too much about this. I'm learning along, I think, with a lot of our people in the audience and a lot of people who are watching on TV. And I've just I've written down a couple of things here. Perhaps you can straighten me out. Now, do animals develop arthritis?
Yes, Donald, unfortunately, we see a wide spectrum of arthritic diseases in both our pet animals as well as in our food animals.
I see. Well, are there, let's see, well, are there any medications developed to treat arthritis in dogs?
Well, essentially, we have the same therapeutic regimens available in the veterinary care as the human counterparts have. Unfortunately, most of these medications are aimed at simply reducing pain and increasing motility and mobility of the affected joints. We still do not have that elusive cure for the disease or the more desired preventative measures of actually preventing arthritis from occurring.
I see. Well, I was noticing, well, they had some tapes on surgery. So, can you treat animals through surgery?
Yes, indeed. During recent years, through specialization in many areas of veterinary medicine, we have made available total hip replacements in the canine species. This is available through all of our veterinary colleges now and many of our specialty orthopedic practices. In addition to this, there are some very common excision arthroplasty surgery techniques whereby simple bone fragments are removed from joints affected with arthritis. And this type of surgery is performed in virtually every veterinary hospital now.
I see. I think we're showing some tape now.
Yes. As you visualize the radiographs on your home television screen, on the left we see a normal hip joint from a racing greyhound. And the circled area shows the hip joint, and what you see is a smooth articulation, a ball and socket joint with the ball fitting rather smoothly into the socket. On the right of the screen, what we see here is a very arthritic hip joint from a German Shepherd suffering from osteoarthritis secondary to hip dysplasia. Here you see the socket is eventually eliminated. It's very flattened. The ball or head of the femur is flattened out and thickened, and there's numerous bony spicules or calcium deposits contributing to a great deal of pain and decreased motility to this particular joint.
I see. Are there different kinds of arthritis in dogs?
Yes, there is. We see most commonly the osteoarthritis secondary to congenital diseases and other disease processes. But we also see, as has been mentioned earlier in the human medicine, the rheumatoid arthritis in dogs. And we have found this to be remarkably similar to the juvenile human rheumatoid arthritis.
I see.
And one advantage that we have in veterinary medicine in studying the arthritic diseases, of course, is that the dog's lifespan is only about 10 to 15 years, and we can follow the entire course of the disease during this 15-year period, whereas in humans it would extend through a 70 to 75-year period.
I see. I would think that would help in research too, the shorter span of time.
It would help. It helps tremendously in research.
Go ahead. You were going to say something. I won't stop you.
Well, what I was going to say is that in the research aspect, not only does the human medical profession benefit from research that is done in this field, but any monies that are contributed here tonight going into research in the Arthritis Foundation and arthritis research across the nation eventually will help the family that has the pet with arthritis, because the veterinarian gets this information, he gets to extrapolate that part that can be used in the veterinary practice, and it contributes greatly to their success in treating veterinary patients.
I see. That's marvelous. That's just great. Well, I tell you, thank you so much for coming down.
Donald, in closing, I'd like to make one gesture. I'd like to kick in $20 into the pot of the Arthritis Foundation, and I would like to invite every family that has a pet that has arthritis to do similarly. And believe me, if this is done, this will make a substantial contribution to this foundation.
Well, you're most generous. You not only give of your time and your artistry in that field, but you also come up with the dollars. Well, ladies and gentlemen, all I can say is, and you boys and girls, if this man can do this, I think we can do something, don't you? Thank you very much, Doctor. And now I tell you, now we're going to hear the young lady sing, right? Lourdes Bowman, she going to come back now? Oh, okay. Here she is, ladies and gentlemen, again, to sing Native New Yorker.
You grew up riding the subways, running with people in the village up on Broadway. You're no tramp, but you're no lady, talking that street talk. You're the heart and soul of New York City. And love just a passing word. It's the thought you had in a taxi cab that got left on the curb when he dropped you off at East State Ether. You're a native New Yorker. You should know the score by now. You're a native New Yorker. Place everyone's dancing closer and closer, making friends and finding lovers. There you are, lost in the shadows, searching for someone to set you free from New York City. And where did all those yesterdays go? When you still believe love could really be like the Broadway show. You were the star. Oh, when did it close? You're a native New Yorker. No one holds the door for a native New Yorker. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of the warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Use your mentality. Wake up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop. Where did all those yesterdays go? When you still believed love could really be like the Broadway show. You were the star. Oh, when did it close? No one holds the door for a New Yorker. No. No. But I've got you under my
We're back. Hi, Glenn. How about you and I just have an informal thing? We won't prepare. We'll just talk. How's that?
Okay.
Off the top of our head. First of all, how you feeling?
All right.
Okay. Glenn, I'd like to ask you a couple of things, and I hope you don't feel bad. I hope it doesn't bother you, and I'm sure it won't. But for my own curiosity, some of the things that are on my mind, I wanted to ask you, and I'm sure people want to know. First of all, Are you suffering at all now, or during the day, today, or yesterday? Do you have any pain?
Yes.
You do? Does it restrict you from doing anything?
No, not really. Like, I learned to calm down my everyday pain, the normal pain, and it really doesn't bother me anymore. But when it gets harsh, it's harsh.
You've learned to calm down your more severe pain.
My more pain that I just get, from not really hard pain.
You've learned to handle it.
Yeah.
Now, you've had arthritis since you're 3, right?
2.
2. So that's almost 12 years now.
Yeah.
And have you found that you learned to cope with it a little more over the years?
Yeah.
But you have found that there is hope, right?
Yeah, there is hope.
Yes, I'm sure you feel that way. Well, people out there don't know, but I was speaking to your mother yesterday and your father, dear friends of mine, over the last year. We got talking about many things. We got talking about, and I want the people out there to know this, and again, it's not prearranged, but just something I feel I'd like to say. As a parent, when you have a child with arthritis, what it does to you, you find one day from worry and a feel of, at times, frustration, that you just wake up one day and you find 15 or 20 years have gone by, and you wonder where it went. And I was just talking to Glenn's father yesterday, and he was telling me how at one moment he was such in tremendous shape, felt good about himself, always took care of himself. Of course, your mother the same way, Glenn. And how, because of this, mostly of the worry, of the pain that you've been through, and how they would carry Glenn during the night with excruciating pain, and just knowing that it was a frustrating feeling that you couldn't do anything. What could you do? You just would cry and hold him and cry. But Glenn is only one of millions of children around throughout the world who are suffering the same way. Glenn was fortunate in the sense that he is a poster boy, and he was able to come here, and you could see him. But so many millions of kids throughout the world, of course, are not here, and they're suffering, and their parents are suffering. Glenn, I'd like you to do me a favor. Right off the top of your head, would you look right in that camera, and would you tell them people right out there, right here, Glenn, number one, will you tell them people right out there how you feel and what you'd like them to do to help you and all of the millions of people throughout the world who are suffering with excruciating pain each and every day? I want you to do it yourself.
I want them to pick up the phone and just, call. It doesn't matter how much, 5 cents is just plenty enough. All of them add up, and sometimes we might find a cure, and it'll take the pain away from some of us.
I want to say to all you people out there, I don't know for the life of me how a child can sit here at Glenn's age and appeal to you. And so many of you have done so much today in the state of Florida. But I know as well as you that so many of you are sitting there watching this telethon, maybe walked out into the kitchen or bathroom or bedroom, and just disregarded some of the things we said today. If you can walk away, forget about me, I'm not that important. But if you can walk away from a 14-year-old child, or earlier we had a 3-year-old child and a 7-year-old child, if you can walk away from this, then all I say to you is God bless you. I don't know how you can do it. I can't do it. Lee can't do it. Donald can't do it. None of us here in the audience can do it. And as I said earlier, there are 15,000 children, just like Glenn in Florida, just in Florida, who have arthritis. And there probably are a lot more we don't know about. We don't know the figures in Georgia. But remember that whatever is pledged in Georgia goes back to Georgia. And from reports I've been hearing, people there are extremely generous in South Georgia and throughout Georgia. So all I can say to you before I introduce my lovely girlfriend here, please, please, all of you, you've got about an hour and a half, maybe a little less. Again, I'm going to use the words to justify your own existence in life. Don't do me a favor. I'm not going to beg you. I'm going to only say to you, please help yourself. Don't wake up tomorrow with tremendous pain and say, I wish they had a cure. How are we going to find a cure if you don't give us money? How are we going to find a cure if you don't get involved? How are we going to do anything for this boy and my family and your family and millions of people throughout the world? I'm talking in millions. I'm not talking 50,000 or a $500,000. It is so widespread, it involves millions, and probably in this world we have 4 billion people. I would say somewhere along the line, 4 billion people are going to be affected by it before they die if they lead a comparatively, an age of maybe, let's say, 40, 50, or 60 years of life. It's got to affect you. Don't you understand this? It's got to affect you. It doesn't hit every 5, 6, or 7 people. Just about everyone in life it affects. So please, please help us. And what better can I end up with here's Lee Merriweather back to sing at the Copa.
Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl with yellow feathers in her hair and a dress cut down to there. She would merengue and do the cha-cha. And while she tried to be a star, Tony always tended bar across a crowded floor. They worked from 8 to 4. They were young and they had each other. Who could ask for more at the Copa? Copa Cabana. The hottest spot north of Havana. At the Copa, Copa Cabana. Music and passion were always the fashion at the Copa. They fell in love. His name was Rico. He wore a diamond. He was escorted to his chair. He saw Lola dancing there, and when she finished, he called her over. But Rico went a bit too far. Tony sailed across the bar, and then the punches flew. Chairs were smashed in two. There was blood and a single gunshot, but just who shot who at the Copa? Copa Cabana, the hottest spot north of Havana.